Hey everybody, Sean here from VidGamiac.com. Here we are today back in the Portrait of a Murder update for Dead by Daylight, going for the Adept Artist achievement. This is to get a merciless killer rating as the artist. This is going to be done from the killer side. You are going to need the artist for this, so make sure you grab her from the DLC pack or from the in-game store. You also need to make sure you get her to a minimum of level 10 to open up 3 free perk slots. The 3 perks you want to run and only run are going to be Grim Embrace, then you are going to want Pain Resonance, which is going to be a Scourge Hook perk, and then finally you're going to want Pentimento, which is going to be a Hex perk. Leave the 4th slot empty if you have that available to you, and you can do whatever you want for add-ons or offerings. Get into the game, and it's time to go for the Merciless Killer rating. So the artist is going to be a super effective killer, and this is going to be a very useful build. You want to start off by using her Birds of Torment ability. This is going to be great at the beginning of the game as you can target the faraway generators. So this should drastically speed up your patrol since you should be able to hit survivors from all the way across the map. If you manage to hit a survivor with the crows, you know where they are, and then just make sure you proceed forward. You can also predict what they are up to. If they stay on the generator, you should be able to damage them since you can hit them with another set of crows. If you notice the crows disappear really fast, they are probably going to be hiding in a nearby locker. The crows should also put the killer instinct effect on them, so you should get a good read on their location and punish accordingly, and you should be able to get an easy early hook in like this. Once you take care of that, it's going to be back to your patrol, and make sure you get back to generator sniping. Hopefully you should be able to find the survivors early on. If a survivor ever fails a skill check, that's going to be a dead giveaway since you are just going to turn your attention to that generator and start peppering it with crow shots. And then what you want to do is want to make your way forward, and then we are going to get into the chase game. So basic rundown on how the crows are going to work. If you hit a survivor with a set of crows, they're going to get the status condition known as the dire crows. If you hit them with another set of crows while under this condition, you are going to take them down 1 health state. However, the crows can also damage them without them being under the condition if you are close enough to them. If you are within 8 meters and hit them with a crow shot, they are also going to be damaged. So not only is it going to be a great projectile attack, it's also going to be a great pressure tool as you can pressure the survivor to a spot where you can just punish them with your basic attack. Whenever you down a survivor, if you can, what you want to do is want to make sure you look for the white hooks. If you pop a survivor on a white hook, this is going to activate your Scourge Hook perk, and the artist's Scourge Hook perk in this instance is basically going to regress the generator that has the most progress on it, and if someone is currently working on that generator, you should also get a notification that they are on it. So make sure you do pay attention for those, and make sure you track down those survivors accordingly. As for her other useful perk, this one's also going to be pretty useful in the mid-game. After you hook all 4 survivors at least once, what's going to happen is she's going to lock all the generators for a little bit, which should buy you a little bit of extra time once you start the middle part of the game. So very useful and more incentive to spread your downs and hooks in across all 4 survivors, which of course we do need for the Merciless Killer rating. But perks aside, the main benefit to using the artist is going to be her insane pressure game, especially in loop situations. She is going to be a very good anti-loop killer. So if the survivors are going to be trying to loop you, you can use the birds to not only pressure them, but also punish them if they do manage to camp a spot in the loop. And all of this is going to be largely due to the fact that the birds can go through the environment, so you should be able to pass the attack through any walls or any obstacles, and you should be able to hit someone who's trying to loop you around something, and then just punish accordingly. Also, to reiterate the importance of the Scourge Hook perk, whenever you down someone, try to prioritize the white hooks if they are nearby. Make sure you pop the survivor on it, and that should activate the Scourge Hook perk. Very useful in the end game as there are going to be fewer generators on the map. You should regress the most progressed generator, and more likely than not, someone is going to be on it, which is going to give you their location. And of course, you can use the crows in order to sniff them out thanks to the Killer Instinct ability, which is also going to work if they do happen to be hiding in a locker, thankfully. And of course, you can use this to punish anyone who's trying to give you the slip, and then just keep this going, and eventually the game should snowball in our favor. Now, if for whatever reason the game does end up going late, the artist is going to be very effective in patrolling the 2 exit gates. The reason for that is you should be able to snipe the exit gate using her bird ability from very far away. And more likely than not, the last survivor is going to be very stubborn on leaving the exit gate, so you should be able to land that second shot in, which should down them. And then once you have that done, just make sure you take them to the hook. Hopefully you did well enough in all 4 of the major killer statistic categories to warrant yourself the Merciless Killer rating. which should give you the Adept as well as the achievement. Of course, you can always hit right bumper on the results screen to check which categories you need to improve on. Once you do manage that +2, though, you should be good for the achievement. There it is, 20 gamer score, and that's all there is to it.